If you're trying to rank organically on Amazon, but your ad budget is not concentrated towards top of search, you might be leaving money on the table and your ad strategy might be working against you. And the worst part is most advertisers think they have already fixed that. They just increase their top of search multipliers, see the numbers moving, and they're just assuming that it's working. It's actually not. Because what actually controls where your spending is going isn't just your placement settings, it's also something else. And until you fix that, you're going to continue spend towards low value, low performing placements without even realizing. A problem that we see in a lot of campaigns when we are auditing accounts is that majority of people are only adjusting their placements but never adjusting their base bid. We should allocate the most budget towards the placement that generates the highest return of ad spend. Your bid is being applied to all the placements. If you have $1.50 bid, obviously that bid is being applied to top of search, product detail pages, and rest of search. Now, if you're increasing a multiplier for top of search, for example, then ideally we like to tactic that you just lower the base bid for the other placement. So you're kind of like isolating the placement. In this video, I'm going to show you what's really happening behind the scenes and the one adjustment you can finally make to control your budget for the placement that's actually driving organic rank. So let's actually look at this in Scale Insights. So let's select the top selling campaign. And then we can see, that's a good example. We have the best performance for top of search, right? Clearly at 6%. The click-through rate is the best. And we can see majority of the spend is being allocated to product pages, which has the worst ACoS. So that is a prime example for inefficient allocation and deployment of capital or ad budget towards less, effective budget. So now a tactic is normalizing the bids towards top of search. So you can either do this manually, campaign by campaign or portfolio, or you can go to automation and Scale Insights. We do this to creating a rule. I'm not going to cover the other criterias. You can watch other videos on this channel. Feel free to subscribe and follow for more content. But now you can say, okay, you want to, for example, optimize for a certain target ACoS, depending on obviously what your target ACoS and the target TARPOS is. And then you can click on see details to get a more in-depth explanation on the logic behind the revenue per click times target ACoS formula. But we want to specifically focus on here normalizing bids. And then we want to say, okay, since we observe top of search has the best performance for that campaign, that we want to normalize bids towards top of search. Because we cannot just now pause or negate the placements and deactivate the placement. So we want to force the ad budget or the capital towards top of search. So what we can do is we can just lower the base bid and then we increase a top of search multiplier towards top of search to isolate the placement.
For example, if the base bid is $1.50, with a TOS modifier of 100%, the bid will be adjusted to 75 cents. With a TOS modifier of 200%, the bid will be adjusted to 50 cents. And with a TOS modifier of 900%, the bid will be adjusted to 15 cents.
And then if we isolate or normalize the bids towards top of search, we will generate more profit because we're allocating more budget towards the highest return of ad spend placement. Normalize bids, product. Then you will obviously create the rule. After you have created the rule, you would then go filter for that campaign, apply the filter, and then you would select bidding rules, select the bidding rule and assign the bidding rule. And then it's important to track week over week if you're actually, seeing a movement of budget towards that placement or not, because that's at the end of the day the attention of the tactic. So this is the video for today.
Follow the channel and share the video to your friends if you find value in this video.